Hey, it's Jay, 7-Star Bricks. Our friends at Youmko sent us something to review for you. Just a little life-size Pikachu from Pokémon MOC. Let's get into this. Alright, we've got a lot of stuff in the works here, but we got a set from our friends at Barware Youmko. Ooh, what could this be? It's a box. It's a box with a lot of parts. And some more parts. And a lot of parts. It's like some kind of MOC, perhaps? First off, the instructions immediately call for a blue plate. I'm guessing we're going to use this green plate, because there is no blue plate. So, okay. One thing I don't like is it tells you here 6 studs from the one edge, but how many studs from the other? I think it's 13 to the single row pieces. I don't know though. So we're gonna do that, and hopefully I don't have to take it all back apart because I find out later I'm completely off. It would have been nice to notate the amount of studs from the other side as well. 13 was correct because when you get down to step 7, you are supposed to have 6 studs from the edge of this piece. So we're good. That was correct. 13 is the answer. Section 10 here. That looks like a white 1x2. They're tan. It took me a second to realize. How big is life-size Pikachu? How big is life-size Pikachu? Big enough for I have to put the camera on a tripod a couple feet away from the table because it doesn't fit in frame otherwise. So from the table to the top of his ear, he is 19 inches tall. He is 17 inches across. It's quite a large MOC. Going a little closer here, you can take a look at the detail in the face. It's pretty cool. Kinda is like a pixelated version of Pikachu. Obviously, because it's made out of bricks with all the hard edges. The top of his head, and you can see going back, he's got a little tail coming off there. Got his little paws held out in front of him. Now, with this base plate, you do build him on the base plate to start, and then you take the body off the base plate, and then you add the feet afterwards. But I found he is a little weight forward because of the way his head is above and forward of the body. The tail bounces him a little bit, but he can rock, and if you bounce him enough, he will fall over and probably explode. So I just kind of reattached him to the base plate. It bends a little bit, but it rocks him back into place instead of letting him tip forward and break. So you probably want to keep that base plate after you're done building him. Here is the back side of Pikachu. The tail does go on last. You basically build him from the bottom up and then put on the tail. There is the other side of Pikachu. All right, so there weren't too many issues building this MOC, which is great because usually when I build MOCs, I find that the plans are terrible. They weren't well thought out. This is pretty good. There's some spots where there probably should have been more than one bridge across. The entire center of the body is hollow, and it kind of builds upwards at an angle. So sometimes when you're pressing down, and a lot of bricks like overhang the next level, so they're hanging out in space to get that step upwards. And so sometimes when you're trying to press bricks on there, they kind of want to collapse inwards. So you just got to be careful of that. I think maybe the design could be improved slightly if you had a bridge in the mid body, because as it is now, it's the entire bottom of the body, and then all the way up, it's just basically an empty container. If you put a bridge maybe midway, like on his neck or something, that would give it a little more strength so that it's not, things aren't falling in when you try to put them on. But it's not terrible. It's just sometimes will cause you to maybe curse when you are pulling bricks out of him for the 50th time. You just have to be careful when you're putting the bricks on. Other than that, Xingbao bricks, excellent quality. They go together well, and it's a pretty fun set. I am just old enough where I missed Pokemon. I was out of high school when Pokemon came out. I was working at a toy store, but Pokemon and Power Rangers and all that, they were just after me, and it never caught on with me, so I'm not a big Pokemon person. My daughter and my wife love Pokemon, and so they were excited to see this giant Pikachu. So, yeah, and it was, even though I don't like Pokemon, this is a fun build. It's all, not all, there are some plates, but it's, for the most part, it is just bricks, the thick bricks. And you don't build too many MOCs out of those in like the Star Wars sci-fi space. So this was kind of fun to put together for me, even though I'm not a big Pokemon fan. So it has that going for it. This is called the Pikachu life-size Pokemon. It is a MOC. It is sold on Youmko. Once again, thank you to our friends at Youmko for sending this to me for free to review. But as you guys know, that does not, I don't care. That doesn't have anything to do with how I rate it. If I hate it, I hate it, and oh well. But I actually kind of like this. It's kind of fun to put together. It is 2,560 pieces. That's quite a few bricks. You will also, when you're putting it together, all of the bricks, if you watch the build section, they all come in bags of the same bricks. So you're going to need a lot of tubs of this to put together, because you're going to need all of those bricks at some point while you're building it. You can't, there's no steps where you can open a certain bag and not open others. They all need to be open, so you're gonna need a big space to put this together. As of right now on Youmko, this set costs $86.66, and shipping to the US is $34.09. So that brings you to a total of $120.75. But if you use my discount code, 7-Star Bricks, it'll save you 14% on the price of the set, which brings the set down to $74.53. So $74.53 plus $34.09 in shipping brings you to a grand total of $108.62 for 2,600 plus pieces. That's a great price, especially for Xingbao bricks, especially if you were to compare this to somebody like Lego, who for 2,600 pieces, you're probably going to be paying about $300. So that's an excellent price. It's a huge set for the money. It's a lot of fun to put together. And this is probably going to go live in my daughter's room after this with all her Pokemon stuff. So, yeah, I would give this set a thumbs up. If you're into Pokemon, definitely check this out. I'll leave a link in the description below with the discount code so you can get a cheaper price if you want one. And that's all I got for you today, guys. Once again, thank you to our friends at Youmko for sending this over for us. Thank you guys for watching the video, for liking and subscribing. Been here doing this for, what, we're going on 5 years now? So we'll be here for a while. We're not putting videos out as fast as we used to because I don't have time, but we're still here. We'll keep putting out videos for you. Thanks for sticking around, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Or you can click on Pikachu to subscribe. Or watch more videos up here.